students, you know very well myself Shailaja, who has been dealing biology subject for you. In order to prevent this pandemic corona disease, government has not given still any order to run the school, and you are aware that it is also not safe to run the school in this situation. But in order to not to miss your academics or school life, it is planned to run the classes in online. So students, when you are listening to the classes in online, I suggest you be with the notes, especially while listening to the biology class with the biology running notes. Students, we stopped our subject in the last class till human digestive system, and let us continue the chapter nutrition. What you have understood about the nutrition? Nutrition means it is the process by which an organism procures the nutrients by having the food. Why food is very important? Food gives the energy. And all the biological activities are run only when the organism is having energy. That energy comes from the food. What does it make the food to give that energy? Food contains nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, etc. And when the organism is not having the food, or which is having the food but lack of these nutrients, the organism suffers from the diseases, and that diseases are called food deficiency diseases. 2/3 of the world's population has been suffering from the food deficiency diseases, and no doubt some organisms or some percentage of the population is also being suffering from the situation due to having the high calorific food. So it is very important to take the food in a right manner. The food which is having the right amounts of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats and other minerals. And such diet is known as balanced diet. So once again, please note down the definition of balanced diet. The diet which is having the proper amounts of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins is known as balanced diet. And if the food is not having this balanced diet, it leads to food deficiency diseases, and the term given to this food deficiency diseases is malnutrition. What is the definition of malnutrition? Malnutrition means eating of food that does not have one or more nutrients. Students, be particular with this. Does not have one or more than one nutrients in a diet is known as malnutrition. Why malnutrition occurs? Because of certain factors. The most important factor is poor health. If the organism or if the person is not having the good health condition, the person cannot consume the food properly. In that case, poor health. Poor health will not allow the body to absorb the nutrients in the food. So poor health is one of the reason for malnutrition. And next, willful starvation. Willful starvation is one more reason. What is this willful starvation? Wantedly, the person or the child will not have the food. One simple example, fasting. Fasting, wantedly the person will not have the food. If the fasting is continued for several times in a year, it slowly leads to the malnutrition condition. And next, lack of awareness of nutritional food habits. Some people may not have, let me finish this. So, nutritional food habits. So, in which type of food? If you are eating the fruits, you will be getting the vitamins. If you are eating the vegetables, you are getting certain type of important vitamins. But certain people do not know this knowledge. They don't have this knowledge. So lack of awareness of nutritional habits is also the reason for malnutrition, especially in our country. And the fourth factor is socio-economic factors. Socio-economic factors. These are some of the reasons. So the question may be asked, what is malnutrition? What are the reasons for the malnutrition? So you should write the definition and the reasons for the malnutrition. 4 reasons, simple reasons: poor health, willful starvation, lack of awareness of nutritional habits, and socio-economic factors. That is, because of the poor condition, the parents may not be able to offer the food, right food to their children, and the children would suffer from this malnutrition. And the next, let us see what are the types of malnutrition. Usually there are 3 types of malnutrition. What are those 3 types? Just 1 minute. Malnutrition. What is that we are dealing now? Types of malnutrition. This is calorie malnutrition, first one. Calorie malnutrition. Second one, protein malnutrition. Third one, protein calorie malnutrition. These are the 3 types of malnutrition, and 2 examples have been given in your subject. Along with the 2 examples, 1 more is also given, but usually we don't prefer that as malnutrition. What is that? Let us, you will become to know. Example, kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. Students, see, these are the types of malnutrition, and next what I am saying is the examples of malnutrition. Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is one such malnutritional disease which is caused due to deficiency of proteins. So here you can simply write in your running notes as deficiency of proteins, and next, so if the diet is not having the protein rich food, that condition leads to kwashiorkor, and this leads to accumulation. What are the conditions because of this? Accumulation of fluid in the intercellular spaces. What did I write? Kwashiorkor is due to deficiency of proteins. It leads to the accumulation of fluid in the intercellular spaces. You know that the body is completely made of cells. So between the cells, the fluid is accumulated. And because of this deficiency, maybe the blood will be less, more water is accumulated, more fluid is accumulated, and this leads to the accumulation. This becomes, if this fluid is accumulated, what happens? Swollen body parts. The first symptom you can write is swollen body parts, and poor muscle development. Poor muscle development. Loss of appetite. The child may not show any interest in eating. That is called loss of appetite. And diarrhea, dry skin. These are the various symptoms of kwashiorkor disease. Let us see the next disease, that is next malnutrition. Example is marasmus, which is most important. Many times the question has been asked about marasmus. What is this marasmus? So the second example for malnutrition is marasmus. Marasmus is due to both the deficiency of protein and calories in the diet. So it is called protein calorie malnutrition. It comes under that. I have discussed the three types. What is that? Protein malnutrition, calorie malnutrition, protein calorie malnutrition. So for protein calorie malnutrition, the best example is marasmus. Why this marasmus occurs? It occurs in a child where the mother gives repeated childbirths. If the mother is giving birth to the children repeatedly within a less time, or immediate second pregnancy, immediate second pregnancy, this leads to marasmus. Because of that immediate second pregnancy, the child who has born in the second time may not get the nutrients from the mother, or repeated childbirth also leads to, it prevents certain nutrients in absorbing by the child. This condition is marasmus. What is marasmus? It is due to both protein and calorie malnutrition. What are the symptoms? The child becomes lean and weak. The symptoms are the child becomes lean and weak, poor muscle development, dry skin, diarrhea. These are the symptoms of marasmus. And next example given in your textbook is obesity. Children, please remember that while writing the types of malnutrition or food deficiency diseases, you are not expected to write the example of obesity. In almost all the materials has been given, obesity is also. But what is obesity? Obesity is not due to any deficiency in the diet. It is due to having or consuming the food which is having excess calories. So it is due to excess calories in the diet, and the child or the person is not spending that calories. Because of that, the fat is getting accumulated in the body. So this condition is called obesity. Usually the obese children during their growth, they are prone to various diseases. The diseases like, so what are the diseases or what are the effects of obesity? Diseases due to obesity. The disease may be cardiovascular problems, or renal problems, or gallbladder problems. These are the various problems due to obesity. So how can you control the obesity? In general, if you have to discuss obesity, it is mainly due to the excess calories. You have to spend the excess calories. First, regular exercise is required. You need to avoid the junk food and high calorie food, that is which is having the oily food. So proper consumption, that is balanced diet and physical exercise will prevent obesity in the children. So this is about the topic malnutrition. So the questions will be, what is malnutrition? What are the types of malnutrition? Explain with the two examples. So remember, explain with the two examples means you are going to write about the Kwashiorkor and marasmus. Generally, regarding obesity, the question will be what questions you would like to ask your teacher regarding obesity in order to prevent the obesity or the problems that cause due to obesity. So anyway, the question will be asked and you should be ready to give your answer. And now, let us see about vitamins. You are very much familiar about vitamins. What are these vitamins? So, why this term given vitamins? During the discovery of the importance of these vitamins, scientists or the biologists or the zoologists or whoever it may be, the concerned persons, they thought that they are the important chemicals which are required to our body. They are very much essential. What is this white? White means vital. Vital means important. So they are important amines. They thought that these are the chemicals which are made of certain amines. So they are vital to our body. And they are nothing but the chemicals. So that's why the term white amines, vitamins. They are the micronutrients. Micronutrients. What is the use of these vitamins? Why they are called micronutrients? Because our body requires these nutrients in minimum quantity. Macronutrients means larger amount. Our body take these nutrients in larger amount, that is macronutrients. What are macronutrients? They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats. These are the examples of macronutrients. They are required in a very large amount. Whereas these vitamins, they are required in minor quantities. And how do we get these micronutrients? As usual, from the diet. From the food what we take, these micronutrients are absorbed. Usually we don't suffer any vitamin deficiency disease. What is the reason? The reason is, in almost all the types of the food what we eat rice or roti or fruits, vegetables, in all these vitamins are present. So usually we don't suffer any vitamin deficiency disease. And if at all, if we suffer from the vitamin deficiencies, what effect it would have and how the vitamins are classified, all this let us see now. Before starting that, I told you diet. Diet is the main source of vitamins. And one more is bacteria present in our intestine. Bacteria present in our intestine synthesizes vitamins. So that's why usually we don't suffer from the vitamins. But if you don't take the proper vegetables, fruits, and if you hate usually the children hate, they don't like of eating all types of fruits or vegetables. But you children, since you are learning the importance of vitamins, you should not miss any food item, especially what your mother cooks in your home. And next, what is the importance of vitamins? I told you the macronutrients, they give energy to undergo your everyday activities. And in order to absorb the nutrients, in order to enhance all these reactions, vitamins play a key role. These vitamins help you to absorb certain macronutrients. For example, vitamin D, it helps in absorption of calcium in your body. You know very well that everybody is aware of that the calcium is present mainly in milk. So if you just consume the milk daily, it does not mean your body is absorbing the calcium. In fact, vitamin D is helping you to absorb calcium. If you are lack of vitamin D, your body cannot absorb calcium. So Did you get my point? Why the vitamins are essential? They are helpful in mainly absorbing certain nutrients, and they also undergo certain metabolic activities to undergo without any slow process. Next, let us see what are the types of vitamins. How vitamins are classified. So vitamins are classified based on their solubility. Based on their solubility. Whether the vitamins are soluble in water or they are soluble in fat. In that way, vitamins are classified into two types. They are water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins. Next, fat soluble vitamins. So vitamins are classified into two groups. First one is water soluble vitamins. Next, fat soluble vitamins. It is easy for us to read first fat soluble vitamins. But in your textbook, a table is given where initially all water soluble vitamins are given. Next, fat soluble vitamins. But for our convenience, let us start with the fat soluble vitamins. These vitamins are soluble in fat. How can we remember this fat soluble vitamins? Vitamin A. So vitamin A. Next, vitamin D. Next, vitamin E. And next, vitamin K. Simply 4 vitamins. But students may get confused whether this. Right now you may be aware and you may think that it is very clear. Fat soluble vitamins are 4. But after completing the whole syllabus, still students get confusion. Instead of writing this vitamins here in the under fat soluble, students may write under water soluble. So in order to not to get that confusion, I tell you that fat. You know the oil. Oil means it is a fat. So in every oil packet, especially that sunflower oil, refined sunflower oil packet, if you observe, there the vitamins A, D, E will be written. What does it mean? They are the fat soluble vitamins. Next, let us see about the vitamin A. It is scientifically called retinol. Vitamin A is also known as retinol. What happens with the deficiency of this vitamin A? The disease you get is night blindness. Students, note down the deficiency of this vitamin A leads to night blindness. And what are the symptoms? And also because of this, not only night blindness, certain skin diseases also occur. Here, xerophthalmia or so this eye diseases, skin diseases may occur due to vitamin A. What are the sources of the vitamin A? It is present in the fruits like pumpkin, papaya, mango, and the vegetables, leafy vegetables, tomato, cod liver oil, shark liver oil. What is this cod liver oil? Cod, C-O-D, cod. It is a one type of fish. Shark, you know, this is also a type of fish. So these are the sources of vitamin A. Next, vitamin D. Vitamin D is also present in the cod liver oil, shark liver oil, in these fishes. And the best source of vitamin D is morning sun rays. And vitamin D is also known as calciferol. Calciferol is the scientific name for the vitamin D. Its deficiency causes rickets. Okay, I'll write the spelling here. Deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. What is this rickets? Here, the bones are not developed properly. Knock knees. Knock knee is the symptom. Disease, deficiency disease is rickets. Knock knees is the symptom. Poor developed bones. Poor development of bones. And next, delayed dentition. The teeth may not be formed properly or may not be formed in a right time in the children. That is delayed dentition. All these due to the deficiency of the vitamin D. Next, vitamin E. It is present in the fruits and here vitamin E, the scientific name is tocopherol. Next, what is the deficiency of this vitamin E? It leads to the fertility disorders. Fertility disorders. Fertility disorders, it leads to the sterility in males and abortion in females. Next, vitamin K. Vitamin K, it's scientifically called phylloquinone. 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 Here, the deficiency of vitamin K leads to the delay in blood clotting or heavy blood loss. Especially at the time of injury, you know that the blood should get clot. Otherwise, the blood loss will be continued. And here, the blood loss will be prevented because of the vitamin K. There will be blood clot, and if the vitamin K is deficient, blood clot will be delayed. So, delay in blood clotting due to the deficiency of the vitamin K. Now, let us see about the water soluble vitamins. Students, you don't worry about the sources of the vitamins. I give you the correct notes on the board regarding the sources of vitamins. First, you understand about the vitamins and the terminology is very important here. And here, what is our next topic? Yes, the water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins, they are B complex vitamins, and vitamin C. First, let us know about the B complex vitamins. First B complex vitamin is thiamine. Thiamine is commonly known as vitamin B1. Thiamine B1. What is its deficiency disease called? Its deficiency disease leads to beriberi. Beriberi. What are the symptoms? The symptoms are vomitings, fits, loss of appetite. What is loss of appetite? Loss of appetite means the child will not show any interest in eating. There would be less hunger. Loss of appetite and difficulty in breathing. Difficulty in breathing. And next, paralysis. These are the symptoms of thiamine, that is vitamin B1. Its deficiency disease causes beriberi. What are the symptoms of beriberi? Vomitings, fits, loss of appetite, difficulty in breathing, paralysis. Next vitamin is riboflavin. Riboflavin, it is vitamin B2. What does its deficiency? Its deficiency causes glossitis. Let us take this complete board. Riboflavin B2. Its deficiency disease is glossitis. What are the symptoms of glossitis? Mouth cracks at corners. Mouth cracks. And next, red or sore tongue. Red or sore tongue. And photophobia. Photophobia. and scaly skin. See, riboflavin, it's commonly called vitamin B2. What is vitamin B2? It is riboflavin. Its deficiency causes glossitis, mouth cracks at the corners. See the mouth here, sometimes you will be getting the cracks here or certain wounds on the tongue. It is due to the deficiency of the riboflavin. That's why the doctor usually give the riboflavin tablets or multivitamin tablets. Photophobia. Photophobia. Phobia means certain fear. So photo means light. The child cannot see the light directly. That is photophobia. Scaly skin. That is a dry skin. These are the symptoms of glossitis. Next vitamin is niacin. Niacin, vitamin B3. Here, the deficiency disease of vitamin B3 or niacin is pellagra. What are the symptoms of pellagra? It is, remember the keyword 3D. Don't write this. Since your teacher told you 3D, you don't write in the exam. This is just the keyword 3D. What is 3D? Diarrhea, dry skin, dementia, and scaly skin. Students, 3D means 3Ds. Diarrhea, dry skin, dementia. Here, this dementia word is not given in your textbook. But what is the meaning of dementia? Loss of memory. Loss of memory. So, what you can write? Diarrhea, dry skin, loss of memory. Excuse me. Scaly skin. These are the symptoms of niacin. Next, vitamin B6. Don't think vitamin B1. That is thiamine, vitamin B2, riboflavin B3, niacin, next one B4. It should be not B4. It is B6. What is B6? It is pyridoxine. 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 Pyridoxine, it is commonly called B6. Its deficiency causes anemia. Deficiency causes anemia, hyper-irritability. The symptoms are hyper irritability. That means the child is allergic. It is way to even sensitive conditions. To the mild conditions, the child would be allergic. Hyper irritability. And nausea, vomitings, fits. These are the symptoms. So pyridoxine, vitamin B6. So 6 sin. Remember like that. Pyridoxine is commonly called vitamin B6. Its deficiency causes anemia, hyper irritability is the symptom. And nausea, vomiting, fits. So anemia, it also leads to it is due to the deficiency of hemoglobin in the blood. You know very well that. So because of the deficiency of the vitamin B6, the blood may not have the hemoglobin. That also we can assume. And next vitamin is cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. It is vitamin B12. Its deficiency leads to pernicious anemia. It is dangerous than anemia. The condition of anemia is itself is worse. It is worse than anemia. That is pernicious anemia. And what are the symptoms of this pernicious anemia? Lean and weak. Lean, weak, less appetite. And next, folic acid. It is also one of the water soluble vitamin. Its deficiency causes anemia. And here, because of this, what are the symptoms? So how can you identify that there is a deficiency of folic acid? It leads to loss of leukocytes. Students, what is the leukocytes? They are the white blood cells. So white blood cells are usually helpful in immunity, providing immunity in your body. So this loss of leukocytes because of deficiency of folic acid. And next, the other symptom is diarrhea and intestinal mucus problems. So these are the symptoms of folic acid. Deficiency of folic acid leads to anemia, and the symptoms are loss of leukocytes, diarrhea, intestinal mucus problems. Remember, folic acid tablets are usually advised to the pregnant woman, and it is present in the fruits and vegetables. Why the pregnant women are suggested to have the folic acid rich fruits and vegetables? Because it is helpful in the formation of the that is vertebral column, that is nucleic acids, that is DNA and RNA, which are essential for the formation of the proteins. So folic acid content must be in a right amounts in a pregnant woman. Our next vitamin to discuss is pantothenic acid. Pantothenic acid. So pantothenic acid is one more water soluble vitamin. If this is deficient in the body, it causes the deficiency leads to burning feet. So if the feet are burning, how can the person or the child can walk? So the symptoms are walking problems. Deficiency disease is burning feet. Symptom is walking problems and sprain. Find out the meaning of sprain. And next, biotin. Deficiency of biotin causes nerves disorders. Nerves in the body are helpful in carrying the information. You have learned in your 9th class about the sense organs regarding the importance of nerves. So what does this deficiency cause nerves disorders? If the nerves do not function, what happens? Fatigue and mental depression and muscle pains. So biotin, it causes nerves disorders, it is fatigue, mental depression, muscle pains. And next, the last water soluble vitamin is vitamin C. That is vitamin C. It is scientifically called ascorbic acid. Put a star mark to this vitamin C. Why I asked you to put a star mark? Because of this present situation of the corona disease, the doctors have been advising to take the vitamin C rich food items. What is the use of this vitamin C? And see, what is the deficiency disease? Let us know first. The deficiency disease of vitamin C. That means due to the deficiency of vitamin C in your body, what disease can occur? It is scurvy. Scurvy is the disease that is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C in your body. And what are the symptoms? It leads to the delay in healing of wounds. And fracture of bones. One more is fracture of bones. And not only the delay in healing of wounds. Suppose in your body the cells fight with the various microorganisms, and many cells die during that intercourse of the fighting. And such case, new cells must be formed or the damaged cells must be repaired. This is done only when you have vitamin C. And if this is not done, the cells will not be repaired, new cells formation will be delayed. That means your immunity comes down. If the immunity comes down, there would be more effect of the disease. That's why vitamin C should be present, and it is present in citrus fruits. That is lemon, sweet lime, orange, and fruits, sprouts. Sprouts, you soak the seeds, especially the chena dal or green gram dal, or these groundnuts. If you soak and drain out the water and tie these, put these seeds in a cloth or put it in an airtight container. After 24 hours, you will observe small roots forming on these seeds, developing from these seeds. These are called sprouts. These sprouts are also rich in vitamin C. So here we end our class, and in the next class I will be writing a clear vitamin sources, so that you can note down and also the deficiency name, deficiency disease name, that would be clear for you. So thank you, children.